Huh? What is it? Did you hear something?
Don't be scared.
I'm not. I don't like you. Tell me, why do you care about your book so much? You're an animal. You don't even know what it is.
I'm not an animal. I'm a hunter.
A hunter? What do you hunt?
Boar, duck, deer.
So you are an outlaw. No one's allowed to hunt deer except for the king.
The king?
Yes, the king of the English. You've never even heard about him, have you? You only know how to rob and how to kill.
The Lord and King of all France, Charles the Great, has spent 7 long years fighting in Spain. He has conquered the highlands and the plain. Before him, not a single fort remains.
What are you rambling on about?
It's from the book.
Hey, you see that? Over there in the fog. There was something there. What is it?
A deer. It broke through the ice and died.
Children! Martha, wake up, dear.
Who's she?
We met in the forest. I'm Jack's mother. Come here, Jack.
Did you find her?
Yes, dear, we did.
The baby is safe. The monk brought it to a small cell not far from here.
But we won't go there now. Ellen offered us shelter for tonight.
I have. Follow me.
If I'd known you lived this close, I guess might have been safe.
Don't fool yourself. When a woman is bleeding inside, it either stops or it doesn't. All you can do is keep her warm, and you did that. I'm sorry, but the living must take care of the living. Jack, give the children some soup, will you? Will you be able to get work soon?
Hard to say. People don't usually hire a new master builder in winter. Too cold for stirring water. Sometimes you get lucky, but not this year. Some time ago, I had work in Exeter. They offered me the post of builder for the castellan to keep the walls and defences in shape. They would have kept me busy for the rest of my life. We would have lived like bishops.
What happened?
I refused. All I cared about was working in a cathedral again. I was a fool.
You can do better than to build churches.
Well, I worked on one once. That was good work. I won't ramble on now.
Thank you,
But
Jack.
it was Martha. She'll tell you everything about it.
You know, a man like you should not beat himself so hard.
No. No, there is no excuse for leaving my baby son behind.
Women die in labour. Men abandon their children all the time. It is rare that they return.
Is that what happened to you and your son?
No, that is an altogether different story. One I haven't even told Jack yet. All I can say is, I raised him alone in this cave, outside of town law. Just us and the forest.
How do you get by?
We hunt, we gather. It works well enough for us two to survive. You can thank Jack for the meal, by the way. My little cub caught his first deer today, all by himself.
I'm impressed.
What's a cathedral?
It's a big house for people to pray.
They go there to rob each other?
No, they don't prey on each other. They talk to God.
It's a place of worship and a home for priests and monks.
Oh.
Eat well, children. You need your strength.
And so do you, Master Builder. Go on, tuck in.
I will. Thank you. They're asleep now. So, what is it?
I told you that the monk had taken the baby to a small cell nearby. It's true, but I advise you to stay away from there.
What? Why?
Because you abandoned it. That counts as murder.
Then I have to steal him. I have to own up to what I've done. I have to take back my son.
Think for a moment. You have been out of work since summer. A baby needs a lot of care, more than your other children. How will you feed him?
But what am I to do then? Live like you? I don't know a thing about hunting. I'm a mason. Even in a castle I'm more at home than here.
Leave the baby with the monks. He'd be warm and fed. You wouldn't have to carry him while you look for work. And when you do find something, you can come back and fetch him.
I don't know. Since Agnes died, I don't know anything anymore.
You're a good man, Tom Builder. You're kind and gentle and strong. You will do the right thing. You also don't have to go through this alone. Jack and I will have to leave this place soon. The winter is too cruel and we might not survive if we stayed. We could all travel together.
I don't know. I have my hands full with my children already.
I can help you take care of them. If you promise to teach my son how to get along in the world of men. We may be strangers now, but we will be at each other's side, helping out however we can.
The living must take care of the living.
Yes.
That night I dreamed of a strange world. One of knights and monks preying upon each other in a big, dark cave. There were small castles, dead deer, and a giant called Tom. In that dream I was happy. I tightly held my mother's hand, watching the kind giant and learning his mysterious ways.
My brother is as stubborn as you are sometimes. But I trust him. The bishop has to see this letter.
Bonjour à tous, ravi de vous retrouver sur la chaîne, j'espère que vous allez bien. Donc petit intermède autour des piliers de la Terre. Donc vous connaissez peut-être le livre donc, de Ken Follett, c'est un best-seller, donc c'est un roman sur plusieurs volumes. Donc un des volumes s'appelle Les piliers de la Terre, donc vous pouvez le trouver en librairie, vous pouvez le trouver sous différents formats pendant ce troisième confinement. Donc pour résumer rapidement l'atmosphère, c'est une atmosphère un petit peu qui rappelle celle de Umberto Eco et Le nom de la rose. Si vous aimez donc le XIIe siècle, si vous aimez l'Angleterre, si vous êtes féru d'histoire, donc de Moyen-Âge et de rapports justement assez étroits entre la politique, entre la religion, entre l'obscurantisme et puis des personnes qui essaient justement de trouver une solution pour apporter la paix donc dans l'univers assez rude dans lequel ils vivent. C'est pour ça que je parlais du nom de la rose justement par rapport au personnage donc, principal du roman d'Umberto Eco. Eh bien, les piliers de la Terre correspondent vraiment à ce genre d'environnement, à ce genre d'ambiance. Donc ce qu'on va faire, c'est qu'on va passer un petit moment ensemble donc, sur ce chapitre. J'ai pas voulu vous montrer le début parce qu'en fait le jeu est assez long. Il se joue sur plusieurs heures, je crois, environ une vingtaine d'heures. Donc il y a plusieurs chapitres, il est divisé en 3 parties avec 7 chapitres à chaque fois, donc vous voyez qu'on dépasse les 20 chapitres. C'est un point and click, c'est un jeu où on déplace les personnages avec la souris et on va pouvoir interagir justement comme ça avec donc les différents personnages, on peut les déplacer. Alors regardez au niveau des déplacements, on dirait que le personnage fait un petit peu du patinage sur glace. C'est pas forcément excellemment réalisé. Il faut le voir plutôt comme si vous voulez comme une bande dessinée interactive avec une très très bonne OST. Donc si vous aimez les musiques d'ambiance, si vous aimez les musiques moyenâgeuses, les chants grégoriens, etc. C'est vraiment une ambiance particulière, une ambiance assez reposante. C'est vraiment le type de jeu à faire le soir, à la nuit tombée, voilà, ou bien au cours d'une nuit d'été dans le calme. C'est pas du tout le type de jeu à faire en journée. Vous faites votre boisson préférée, vous préparez votre thé, votre café, une boisson fraîche, et puis vous mettez devant le jeu tranquillement et vous regardez. En fait, c'est vraiment un jeu où l'interactivité est assez pauvre, mais c'est comme si vous preniez une bande dessinée avec votre boisson, et puis là vous êtes devant la bande dessinée, là tout s'anime, donc c'est assez bien réalisé. On va aller faire un tour justement dans le palais. On va demander à notre personnage de grimper. Donc il y a vraiment un travail qui a été fait au niveau du son, de l'ambiance.
Oh, why must I be so nervous?
Alors vous voyez, une petite interactivité, donc même si vous n'aimez pas forcément les jeux vidéo, c'est vraiment l'occasion de vous y mettre en fait avec les piliers de la Terre de Ken Follett.
How can I help you?
Et c'est l'occasion de travailler votre anglais également.
I have come to see the bishop.
Who may I tell the bishop is visiting?
I am the prior of St. John in the Forest.
And what may I tell Bishop Wailerin is the reason for your visit? The bishop insists that I ask.
I carry a letter that proves there will be a war.
A war?
Yes, but the bishop may be able to stop it.
It is urgent then. I will let the bishop know that you are here. Please, wait here a short while.
Alors pour résumer un petit peu les précédents épisodes, donc Philippe vient d'être nommé donc vicaire d'une paroisse voisine, donc il va voir son supérieur parce qu'en fait ils ont trouvé une lettre qui indique qu'une guerre est sur le point d'être déclarée, et donc là il va faire son possible pour éviter ces effusions de sang en fait. Donc on va aller voir le vicaire Valéran, on va essayer justement d'argumenter avec cette lettre pour éviter donc cette guerre sanglante qui pourrait mettre l'Angleterre dans un bain de sang.
Please, sit down. Thank you, Right Reverend.
Please, call me Wayron. Timothy informed me you are the prior of...
St. John in the Forest, Right Reverend.
Then you must be Philip of Gwynedd.
I'm surprised you know my name.
As bishop, I am the ex officio abbot of Kingsbridge. So, I am bound to take an interest.
Well, God has blessed us in St. John.
I wish God would confer similar blessings on Kingsbridge Priory. Timothy said you were talking about a war.
Toussez plus fort pour éclaircir votre voix, mentionnez le nouveau roi, mentionnez le comte.
I expect you know that Stephen of Blois has claimed the throne of England. With the blessing of the church.
Already? I had heard of plans and of aspirations. This is very good. I have met Stephen. As bishop, I am much involved in politics. Of course, the church can never be involved enough. Now, how do you know of this? Ah, your brother Francis is working for Earl Robert of Gloucester, is he not? Did he tell you?
Excuse me. Yes, Francis mentioned this to me. He is indeed working for the Earl of Gloucester.
You mentioned a war. Tell me, Philip, why are you here?
Was I wrong to come to you, my bishop? Maybe I should have taken the letter to the Sheriff of Shiring.
Eustace is ungodly, arrogant, grasping, and corrupt. So are all sheriffs. Philip, how did you get this letter?
I found it among Prior James's documents in Kingsbridge. I am staying there for a few days.
Prior James. May he rest in peace. Did he not order everything to be burned?
You know about this?
Some prior Remigius mentioned it once.
I asked them not to burn James's books. The brothers agreed.
Well, and there you found the letter.
Yes.
Timothy, leave us. And did you find anything else?
No, just the letter. The messenger carrying it had an accident and died near Kingsbridge.
And your brother Francis told you about it?
No.
Philip, you already told me you have talked with him about this. From the letter I see the messenger was employed by your brother's master. That is why it is understandable that you would want to protect him. But there is no need to lie to me.
A war would cost so many lives.
God thunders wondrously with his voice.
He does great things that we cannot comprehend. The Book of Job. But this is not the work of God, but of Earl Bartholomew.
You are truly the man I have heard so much about. I will call on friends of mine. Pray for us that we can put an end to Bartholomew's plan before it is too late. You did a brave thing for our church, Brother Philip. A brave thing indeed. You'll go back to Kingsbridge Priory now and forget about the sheriff, won't you?
I will.
And don't speak of this to anyone there.
I shan't.
La scène de tension entre Philippe et son supérieur Valéran. Parce qu'en fait, Philippe a un frère donc, qui est sur l'abbaye de Saint John. Il veut à la fois protéger son frère, il veut à la fois révéler donc, que cette lettre a été retrouvée sur un coursier, sachant qu'à l'origine la lettre devait être brûlée justement et personne n'aurait dû être au courant de tout ça. Donc lui, il sent cette charge sur les épaules. Il a peut-être la vie de milliers d'Anglais, de soldats et de civils sur les épaules, et il veut aussi protéger son frère, donc on sent toute la tension, c'est pour ça qu'en fait il toussait au cours de l'entretien.
The bishop might be watching. I'd better stay on the path.
Alors au niveau du jeu, donc l'interaction, comme je disais, assez pauvre, hein, puisque on a, vous voyez, parfois 1, 2, 3 choix, 4 choix maximum. On peut déplacer le personnage, mais bon.
Yes, but I'm not going on foot.
Allez, on va monter sur le poney.
Leave. I'd better feed her before we leave. I'd better feed her before we leave.
Alors si je dois nourrir le poney, je pense que je dois aller au niveau de l'étable pleine de foin.
My pony should be fed. Do I just take some hay? My pony needs to be fed. The bishop might be watching.
Alors au niveau de l'interactivité, tout se joue à la souris. Donc vous voyez qu'on a donc un cercle qui se met en place, enfin 2 demi-cercles on va dire. Clic gauche, ça permet de se déplacer, d'interagir. Et clic droit, donc c'est vous êtes dans la pensée du personnage, ce que le personnage pense au niveau de ce qu'il observe, de ce qu'il voit, de ce qu'il éventuellement pourrait faire. Voilà, par exemple ici, arbre abattu, je ne peux pas du tout interagir, je peux juste les observer et poser des questions. Voilà. Allez, donc on va vite revenir. Alors ce qui m'a sorti un petit peu du jeu, c'est quand vous faites un double clic, que le personnage se déplace très très rapidement. J'ai l'impression qu'il, comme je disais, qu'il glisse en fait sur le... Mais ça c'est à cause de la robe de bure. Alors j'ai récupéré du foin, donc vous voyez qu'ici on a la partie, voilà. Donc on va pouvoir le donner à notre poney.
Here. You're still hungry, aren't you? We should leave. I'd better leave. I shouldn't push my luck. We will find you something to eat on the way, old girl.
Did you pack enough food? It will be a while before you get to eat smoked venison again.
Yeah, I took some.
Anyone seen Martha?
She said she had to piss.
All right. I'll go get her.
You're a mason too, right?
Uh-huh.
So, what have you built so far? I'm sure Jack would love to hear about your work.
Houses. mostly carved rocks. I haven't built much yet.
That must be hard work.
Right.
Au moins c'est direct, je n'ai pas envie de voyager avec lui. Alors donc on revient avec notre famille, donc
Tell me, how you get
Hélène qui est la mère de Jack.
Fine.
Ils vivaient tous les deux très isolés dans la forêt. Ils rencontrent donc Tom, Alfred et Martha. Tom a perdu sa femme Agnès puisqu'elle a accouché donc d'un bébé. Malheureusement dans la forêt et du coup Alfred et Martha se retrouvent orphelins et ils ont retrouvé donc je sais pas pourquoi ils mettent maman en fait parce que c'est Hélène le personnage. Ils ont peut-être retrouvé dans Hélène et Jack une famille adoptive. Enfin, ils vont peut-être s'entraider puisque Hélène et Jack donc vivaient en autarcie. Ils ne connaissent absolument rien de la ville donc au XIIe siècle. Et par contre, Tom et sa famille, lui, donc, est très très habitué à vivre donc, dans un milieu urbain, parce que c'est un maçon habitué à construire des églises et des cathédrales. Et là, ils vont peut-être pouvoir partager, justement, échanger des options importantes sur le mode de vie.
Don't worry. I'm sure we'll get along with them.
Alors, est-ce qu'on peut revenir?
There he is. Charles the Great, the protector of my town. You're coming with me.
Alors, document l'arc d'Hélène. Hélène et Jack disposent de toute une variété d'armes à courte et à longue portée dans leur demeure. Ensemble, ils mènent une vie de hors-la-loi, en dehors de la société, et de la protection de la loi. Un arc peut ainsi devenir un outil inestimable, aussi bien pour chasser que pour se protéger. La plupart des hors-la-loi ont été à un moment donné accusés d'un crime pour lesquels ils n'ont pas pu être jugés. D'après la loi, tous leurs contrats, droits et propriétés sont alors annulés. Les hors-la-loi n'ayant aucun droit, n'importe qui peut leur faire du mal ou bien les capturer pour les livrer. Ainsi, nombre de hors-la-loi survivent cachés et se tournent vers une vie de brigandage. Alors du coup, s'ils vont partir, je pense qu'ils ne pourront pas emporter beaucoup de choses.
Even the good ones are starting to taste bad.
Ah, ces noix en fait ont dû prendre l'humidité. J'avais pas vu les gamines. En fait, elle est blonde et elle se confond avec le chaume.
They're looking for you. I don't want to leave. It's so dangerous out there. I don't want to get robbed again. Tom will beat them up. But since Mama died, he seems so weak. Papa usually protects me. But he can't always be around. He needs to take care of himself too.
Alors nous sommes plus nombreux désormais, je serai toujours là, tu dois apprendre à te défendre. Nous sommes plus nombreux désormais.
There are more now. There will always be someone around.
Nous sommes une troupe.
No, that's not
Nous sommes une
true.
famille. Non, ce n'est pas
I
vrai.
want to stay here where it's safe.
Allez, je vais lui donner la poupée. Alors, c'est pas une poupée vaudou, hein.
This knight is Charles the Great. He will protect you. Oh. Am I his princess? You are. Together you are brave and smart and will never give up. All right. I have to stay steadfast. Thank you, Jack.
Ah. Le père de Martha qui la cherche.
We're going on a great quest.
Allez, c'est parti pour aller en ville. La caverne d'Hélène.
On our way, I told Martha the names of my trees. There was the birch, Jerusalem, and the oaks, Alexandria and Byzantium. When I pointed out Rome, she laughed and named an apple tree Southampton. The farther we walked, the merrier she became, christening all the new trees Winchester, Bath, Salisbury, while I grew quieter and quieter. Finally, we arrived at a large road. This heads towards Shiring, Tom said. The strangest name of them all.
Alors, au niveau de la carte, donc, on va aller sur... je vais vers Shiring, je pense.
By noon, we had reached the edge of town. Mother gave us some dry prunes to chew while she argued with Tom whether we should head directly to town or past the palace of the so-called bishop. Tom was hopeful to find work at the palace, but Mother seemed uneasy.
Alors, est-ce qu'on va aller directement en ville ou aller voir l'évêque? Donc là, on a le choix, hein. On peut aller voir on peut aller directement en ville ou aller voir directement l'évêque.
As we approached the building, Tom noticed the cold in Mother's eyes. Though she had agreed to accompany him to the bishop, she had remained quiet about her true feelings, while Tom didn't see it fit to ask. Gradually, the palace came into view. A servant to the Bishop of Shiring agreed to talk to Tom. He was hesitant, but not unwilling to hire a master builder for the winter. His expression changed, though, when he noticed Mother and me. "I am sorry," he said, not unkindly. "Maybe the Earl of Shiring will hire you. His castle is nearby, and I heard he may be in dire need of people like you." He smiled encouragingly, then sent us off, claiming his bishop had business to attend to at Kingsbridge Priory.
Château du comte Bartholomew, Shiring, ok.
You don't know me. You're misjudging whatever it is I did. I'm willing to forgive your mistake if you accept my offer now.
This is all about family honour to you, isn't it? Perhaps I should tell you about my mother. She was a happy person who loved to laugh and tell stories, but father made her miserable. Oh, he's not a bad man, but solemn and strict. She hated him so much she died from it.
Are you saying you don't like me?
You're so self-centered. You never think about anyone else's feelings. You have no refinement and you can barely read. What were you expecting?
One day you will see that you are wrong, and then I won't be so forgiving.
All right. Let's hope it's true and the L needs us.
Yeah, I'm starving.
Alfred, keep an eye out. I'll be right back. And boys, try to get along.
An eye out for what?
Papa wants him to look for things that are broken.
Some people don't know they need a mason until you show them.
Papa could fix their walls or build a house. One man can build an entire house? I want to see.
Learn what you can, but don't stray too far.
Ugh. Why won't anyone give people something to eat?
Jack, be careful. Don't get too close.
The Earl allowed his daughter to refuse him. How scandalous.
William Hamley is an idiot. I wouldn't marry him either. She deserves someone better. Such a very bright and charming girl.
She's an arrogant one, just like her father.
Don't see that. It's not arrogance. It's nobility. You have to be like that if you want people to respect you.
She will do fun. He's the Earl's son. I'm more worried about. To think that coward is set to be next in line.
At least he knows how to order people around.
Right. Oh, that.
Hello, my name is Jack.
Pas très causant, hein, les ouvriers. Donc on peut revenir auprès du groupe là, avec Hélène et Martha, et puis Alfred qui a faim. Allez, on va traverser la cour.
Are you knights?
We are. Why, you want to be like us?
Like you?
Tell you what, snatch us some food from the king, and we might train you.
Very good. That should be a valuable first lesson.
Bon, on va aller voir si on trouve quelque chose à manger pour les chevaliers et puis pour Alfred aussi. Il a des cheveux comme moi.
What is it, boy? You just want to stand there and stare? All right, then. Let's see what you've got.
Are you a knight?
No talking. That'd be cheating. Ah, reckoned you'd be as ballsy as your ginger, but my mistake.
Another time, perhaps. Cheers, lad.
Will you be fighting soon?
Why are you asking? All right, let me tell you a secret. Can you keep a secret? What color is your shite, boy? Excellent. Looks like you can keep your mouth shut after all. You want to be in on the real deal now? Then just say the words. What's your bloody secret, Catface?
What's your bloody secret, Catface?
Well put, boy. Well put. Bloody it is. We are all going to fight soon. It's for a thing called loyalty. See, all these knights are loyal to one man, and he is loyal to another. And he then is loyal to yet another, a woman, who is the rightful queen of the English. For some here, loyalty's all about coin and favours and power. But for me, it's all about whom I trust, whom I follow all the way to hell for all the right reasons. Going to hell together with confidence and trust. It's what's holding this world together, boy. So, you understood my little secret? Good.
Do you need a mason?
Me? Well, these battlements could use a fresh stone or two, but apart from that, I don't know a bloody thing about building, and I don't want to. All I care about is a good sturdy wall and some hot tar to keep my enemies warm. That reminds me of a story. Want to hear a story, boy? Well, you see, I'm not just one for a good solid tarring. But back in my day, I was also quite the stealthy bastard, if I may say so. So this one time, me and my men laid siege to this castle. While both sides rested for the night, I took my crowbar and swam over to the enemy. There was this piece of wall where the mortar had gone away, and one could easily look through the holes into their courtyard. So what did I do? I smoothly tore a hole with my crowbar and snuck inside. Then, what you want to do is hit them where it really hurts. That's not always the groin. In this case, it was their old well barely standing up. So, one kick, and all its rocks tumbled and covered the hole. From then on, they were without quarter. The shortest siege in the history of sieges. And not one man died. All because I had an eye on the wall and made good use of that well.
That's what knights do?
Knights do a lot of things, lad.
How did you end that siege again?
I looked for a wall where the mortar was gone. I kicked in their ramshackle well. Easy. What a strange boy.
Alors on va aller vers le donjon, puis on va voir si on trouve de la nourriture.
Watch your step, you little twit.
Don't mind him, boy. That's just William Hamley. He was hoping for a princess, but all he got was a boot.
What's he doing? Do you think he forgot something?
His dignity, perhaps?
Look, you strike me as an honest worker, but we have a right who does all the repairs for us.
Then something else, maybe? I'd heard rumours that there's all kinds of work here.
Well, unfortunately, it's not builders we're looking for. Actually, it's quite the opposite.
I understand. Thank you for your consideration. Walk with me, boy.
Ok, on va devoir essayer de récupérer le morceau de poulet.
Hey, what are you doing?
Let me take care of this.
So, have you heard about anyone else who might need a mason?
I wasn't sneaky enough.
Last summer they were building at the monastery in Shaftesbury, but they might...
Quand même. Hop, allez, on va récupérer le pignon. Tiens, une lettre oubliée par terre. Lettre brûlée, examinée. Examinée plus tard.
We have followers all over the south of England.
Of course. You're the Earl, after all.
A title doesn't guarantee anything, my son.
I don't understand. Is that why you sent all those letters?
I'm sorry, boy. The Lady Ariana won't see any visitors today.
I want to see the lady.
My, you are just as rude as her previous visitor, aren't you? All want but no manners.
Can I see her?
May I see her?
Can I and may, génial.
As I said already, she won't receive any more visitors today. At least not any scoundrels. Not after that Hamley boy tried to propose to her. Again. She'd rather enjoy some quiet than another wide-eyed piglet who thinks himself a minstrel. Now don't start singing, please.
Hamley?
Yes, Percy Hamley's son, William. Now, off you go.
Lady Aliena?
A charming young woman. She lives on top of the keep.
Like a princess?
Well, no. Although I suppose she would make a splendid queen indeed. For now, she is just the Earl of Shiring's daughter, and quite good at her role, if I may say so.
May I see the lady?
I told you she is not in the mood for pushy boys right now. She prefers someone a little more pleasant. And farewell to you.
We only know what's happening in the south, but Earl Robert is in the west.
Together we control the entire southwest.
Not all of it, but we have messengers in place to keep us informed about everything. Now, be quiet for a moment.
If you want something, talk to me. If you want something, talk to me.
May I see the lady?
I told you she's not a naughty.
Ok, donc on va sortir, on va donner donc les pilons de poulet au chevalier.
I found this in the keep's kitchen. Can you teach me how to be a knight now?
Shit. Oh, no. Shit. You can't just steal from the Earl. We were messing with you, lad. Just messing. Put that thing away, quick. Let's pretend we didn't see it.
Ah, du coup, ce sera pour Alfred. On peut vraiment faire le tour, ok. Il est en train de me voler ma main.
Even a fool can see these buildings need work. If the Earl's not worried about his stalls and his kitchens, it might be something else.
They refused you.
Just because work rarely falls into one's lap, that doesn't mean there is none. I'll give this place a look over while you tell your mother to be patient.
Did you know there's a princess living here?
Well, I heard the Earl has a daughter, but that's about it.
What do you need work for?
Pays. You buy shelter and clothing and you don't have to starve. Not everyone can live in a forest, boy.
No?
No. People need to be around people. And for that, things have to be set in stone. Like the laws in towns, or rents, or wages. If everyone did whatever they liked, things would get very bad very quickly.
Vraiment deux mondes opposés, donc Tom qui est urbain, habitué donc aux lois, aux salaires, aux règles, au travail, et Jack qui est complètement habitué à vivre dans la nature, il n'a jamais été en ville.
I'm going to talk to some people. And if you see something I can fix, let me know.
Alors, le poulet pour Alfred.
Where did you get that?
Just eat it.
I can see we're going to be good friends.
Le KFC d'époque. Déjà?
Stay sharp, Jack. People are rarely what they see. See that knight over there? What does he look like to you? He may seem harmless, but he is still someone who chose battle over any other work. Just because we are out of the forest, that doesn't mean there are no wolves about.
There's a princess in that tower.
Have you told Martha yet?
Oh, show me.
My lady,
Yes, Matthew?
there are 2 children downstairs, desperately wanting to see you.
Children?
A rather cheerful little girl and an annoying boy.
Jeune garçon un peu pénible.
Well, considering that it is my role to tend to my father's guests, I believe I can see them.
Your father let you renounce a wedding. I'm sure he wouldn't mind if you declined this as well.
But a cheerful little girl?
And an annoying boy.
We will get along. You may bring them up. Oh, it's you. I noticed you and your parents from my window. What can I do for you? You're quite shy, aren't you? Would you like something to eat?
But they won't serve food yet.
They do what I tell them. I will have Matthew get you some bread.
Yes, please. Where's your mother?
My mother died.
Aren't you sad?
I was, but that was a long time ago. My brother Richard can't even remember her.
My mother's dead too.
When did she die?
Last week.
Oh. Who's that woman with you then?
C'est ma mère à moi, on va laisser parler Jack.
That's my mother.
And where's your father?
I never had a father.
Where did you come from then?
From the forest.
From my mother. All young things come from their mothers. What have fathers got to do with it?
I think you should have a word with your mother. Come on, I want to show you something. Have you ever been up this high before?
No. Wow. All the people look so small. Like little mice. You must be up here every day.
I used to, but nowadays I try to hold myself back.
Why?
We are about to make some great enemies. If our first assault fails, they may want to lay siege to our castle, so I will have to get used to staying up here for a long while. I suppose this view will bore me soon enough. Till then, I'm trying to keep it special.
And you're sharing it with us. I don't think that I'll ever get bored by this.
Come on, let's go back down. Matthew to your parents.
How did it go?
Oh, she was so pretty. Don't you agree, Jack? The Lady Aliena thinks there will be an attack.
Here, go find Tom and tell him.
Lady Aliena is expecting an attack.
An attack? So the Earl is planning to go to battle. That's very helpful, Jack. Now, why don't you help me find some damage to the castle? The Earl might not want to fight if his defences are in bad shape.
Ok, donc on va devoir trouver des failles dans le château. Alors. On va grimper sur les remparts et puis on va aller regarder si les machicoulis et autres protections sont abîmées. Oula, il a pris... ça j'adore. Le bec graphique. En direct. Vous n'avez plus rien à craindre, je suis Jack le géant. Génial. Ah, ça y est, il a retrouvé sa taille normale. Alors...
Boy, do us a favour and stay small.
There are too many fully grown
Hard to
Quand mon service reste petit. Justement. Ok, donc alors est-ce qu'il faut revenir discuter avec lui pour pouvoir... fait, tout est abîmé, donc je vois pas trop l'endroit où est-ce que je pourrais l'aider à réparer des choses. On va grimper sur les remparts, on va retourner discuter avec le chevalier.
Are you a knight?
I'll be damned if I would have risked my life for nothing if all I was supposed to do was bake bread. Who warned that? Get a job that pays. Not one where you have to pay for a new horse every time someone kicks your ass. Being a knight costs you, especially when you're also a drunkard. Damn, if only I'd known.
How did you end that siege again?
I looked for a wall where the mortar was gone. I kicked in their ramshackle well. Eat.
Ok.
I see you're opting to become part of the furnishings. Well, grab any corner you like.
Choisis-toi un coin qui te plaît, enjolive-le par ta présence.
It would make us all very, very happy. No. The Earl is busy, boy.
You there, what do you want? My father and I have important business, so go play in the yard with the other children.
Et cet architecte là, est-ce qu'il est possible de discuter avec lui, non?
What is it, boy?
You can build castles?
Oh, if I have the money and the people, yes. Maybe one day I'll show you how it's done.
Hmm. What are you looking for?
Something to convince the Earl that keeping things the way they are won't do for long. Could be something small, like washed out mortar or a loose column. Now, I need to see the hole before I can carve the rock.
Tom, besoin de travail, je dois chercher des choses à réparer. Ah oui, évidemment. Alors. Qui a fait un trou dans mon trou? Un des murs semble s'effriter. Un des murs semble s'effriter, ok.
There is a wall without water.
If that's true, you have a very keen eye. Now, see if you can spot any more damage.
Oui, ben c'est ça. Donc. Qu'est-ce qui est abîmé? Qu'est-ce qui est abîmé? Qu'est-ce qui est abîmé dans ce château?
Is anything broken here? They're not talking to me. I don't know.
Ah oui, le puits. Le puits commence à s'écrouler, punaise. Et je retraverse la cour. On dirait un jeu cryo en fait, pour les personnes qui ont connu dans les années 90, comme des titres comme Complot à la cour du roi Soleil, qui était pas mal d'ailleurs pour l'époque. Un jeu sur le palais de Versailles avec pas mal de OST au niveau de... Ils avaient utilisé la musique de Lully pour enjoliver, enfin pour le titre, c'était vraiment pas mal. Allez, on va lui dire que le puits est abîmé.
The well is in bad repair.
It is? Very good, Jack. That's one thing the Earl needs to get fixed for sure. Now, see if you can spot one more area of damage.
Mais tout est endommagé dans ce château. Est-ce qu'on peut...
Is anything broken here? They're not talking to me.
Alors on a repéré, je vais y arriver, le trou dans le mur, on a repéré le puits qui s'abîme. Qu'est-ce qu'il nous reste à repérer? Ah, peut-être dans au niveau du donjon. En général, c'est la toiture qui part en vrille.
Stop right there. I'm sorry, boy.
Tom wouldn't find work here.
Est-ce que la tour est abîmée?
This looks good to me.
La maison
This looks
aussi.
good to me.
Allez, on va aller sur les remparts. Je pense que c'est le rempart qui part en vrille. Allez, allez, hop. Corps de garde, corps de garde.
This isn't broken, is it?
C'est le rempart, c'est le rempart. Les remparts sont abîmés par endroits. Non, on s'en est pas rendu compte. Allez, je redescends. Et de 3.
The
Comment?
battlements are
Les
broken.
créneaux sont
I
cassés.
noticed that already. Well, that should do for now. Now stay sharp. You did a very good job, son. Now, come along. You deserve to see if it works.
Maintenant,
Look, I'd
il a
like
des
to give you
arguments.
work, but we don't need you.
I just hope you're not expecting a siege soon.
Why do you say that?
Your defences are in bad repair.
Be specific, man.
The mortar in your walls has come away in places. This leaves an opening for a crowbar, and once there's a hole, it's easy to pull the entire wall down.
Anything else?
Yeah, the keep has an undercroft with a wooden door. If I were attacking the keep, I'd go through that door and start a fire in the stores.
And if you were the Earl, how would you prevent me?
I'd have a pile of stone ready shaped and a supply of sand and lime for mortar. And a mason standing by ready to block up that doorway in times of danger.
Matthew, may I have a word?
Je crois qu'on a trouvé du travail pour Tom.
Well, we have a home for now. You know, this is all thanks to your son.
What did he do?
He did what you were supposed to do. He kept an eye and an ear out, and finally helped me.
Pendant que tu mangeais ton pignon de poulet,
Grab your things, everyone, and follow me.
il a travaillé le petit
Time
Tom,
to put a roof over our
le petit
heads.
Jack plutôt.
And thus Tom Builder had finally found work. Little did we know then that it wouldn't last for long.
Alors, vous avez réussi à obtenir l'aide de l'évêque Valéran, vous avez révélé l'implication de Francis à l'évêque Valéran, vous avez donné votre chevalier de paille à Martha pour lui donner courage, vous et votre famille avez atteint Earth's Castle, vous avez donné à manger à Alfred, ce qui a renforcé votre amitié, vous avez gagné la confiance de Gilbert le chat, et vous avez appris son secret, vous avez parlé à Aliena du père de Jack, vous avez volé un pilon de poulet pour les chevaliers, vous avez découvert la lettre de William Hamley à Dame Aliena, et vous avez aidé Tom à trouver du travail à Scale, ok. Bon, vous voyez que c'est pas très compliqué, donc si vous aimez le Moyen-Âge, si vous aimez l'ambiance Une onda rose d'Umberto Eco. Et si vous avez besoin de travailler votre anglais, eh bien, je vous conseille Les Piliers de la Terre de Ken Follett.
There's a good chance I will return to St. John's after the election today. Why so pessimistic? Many of the brothers still want Remigius to become prior.
Running St. John's must be hard work. But running Kingsbridge Priory would be a much greater task.
Perfect for our brother Philip. Tell me, Philip, what will be the first thing that you do when you are elected?
Alors, on va sortir, on va revenir au menu titre, si on peut. Ah non, il faut que je choisisse une option, ok. Nous enseignerons la piété, nous construirons un scriptorium, nous réparerons la cathédrale, nous devons devenir autosuffisants.
We must become self-sufficient and pay off our debts.
Yes, we must. It will take years of hard work.
You just keep doing what you have always done, Piliers. And we will teach the brothers out there to do the same.
You cannot go in there. What was that? Who are these people? Hey! Step back. Step back, I said.
What is going on out there?
Soldiers?
Did they start a war again? Those fools.
Philip! It's Francis. They have Francis.
Francis.
Ok, donc allez, je vais sauvegarder. Et puis je vais arrêter la vidéo ici. Donc j'espère que ça vous aura plu. Donc Les Piliers de la Terre de Ken Follett. Vous pouvez le trouver bien sûr de façon originelle en livre. C'est assez volumineux. Hein. Sinon, vous avez la possibilité justement de travailler votre anglais avec cette version vidéoludique. Voilà. Donc merci d'avoir tenu le coup jusqu'ici parce que c'était une très très longue vidéo. Désolé, il n'y a peut-être pas trop d'ambiance. Mais en fait c'est ça en fait, Les Piliers de la Terre. Hein. C'est vraiment une ambiance très posée, très calme. Un bon vieux point and click à l'ancienne avec très très peu d'interactions. On est plutôt, comme je disais, sur une bande dessinée interactive, tout simplement. Merci d'avoir tenu le coup jusqu'ici. Je vous dis à très bientôt pour une prochaine vidéo. Merci, au revoir.